I will be asking that question itself now. To increase the efficiency of urban governance, the government was supposed to come out with a 49-point program, something like that. I don't know whether you should spell out. Is it out? If yes, what are the salient points?
To improve the governance.
Urban governance.
Urban governance. Yeah, urban governance, that's what I am saying.
You can
I'll expand on what exactly are the issues relating to urban governance. Number one, I would say this multiplicity of authorities or institutions, which we also refer to as lack of coordination.
Yes.
See, the more the authorities, the civic agencies, the greater is the problem of coordination. And therefore, the first issue pertains to institutional strengthening or institutional reform, I would say. So, what has been suggested now is that the BBMP as the premier civic body should be restructured. See, as of now, as you know, the mayor's term is 1 year and the mayor does not have any executive powers. There are some standing committees. There also the members keep changing every year. So, instead of that, a suggestion has been made even in the policy as well as in our draft bill. Abhay also discussed it, yes, Plan Bengaluru and all this. See, two options were considered. One is to have a directly elected mayor for a period of 5 years and vested with executive powers, so that the city knows, the people know that there is one person accountable. So, an important ingredient of governance is accountability. Right. Today, accountability is really the problem, because nobody is really, you can't really hold anybody accountable, and the system is such. So, you pass the buck from one to the other. So, here in this new system that we have suggested, accountability will take the primary place, so that you have somebody accountable. Similarly, we have said if not a directly elected mayor, as another option is to have what is called a mayor in council system. Yes, yes. That is, the mayor is indirectly elected. First there is indirect elections. Later, as it happens at the state or even at the central level, the majority party will elect the leader and who becomes the mayor. And the mayor in turn will have a small cabinet type of a committee or a council.
Some sort of a chief minister for the city.
Exactly. So, it will be like a cabinet system of government at the city level, so that that government becomes the political executive and is accountable to the people to whom they have elected. Then the commissioner and the others will do all the administrative work and they take the responsibility. That is one important reform that has been suggested. Secondly, as I said, there are a number of parastatal agencies. Now, what do we do with them? You have the BDA, the BWSSB, the BMTC, so on and so forth. So, we have suggested, for instance, certain functions to be transferred to the BBMP. For instance, planning. Urban planning, as you know, is another critical area, yes, which again has not been adequately addressed. There are problems in planning. That is again because BDA, which is a development authority, is also the planning authority now. It prepares the master plan. But much of the implementation is to be done by the BBMP, which occupies the larger part of the city. Similarly, water supply is dealt with by another agency and all. So, you have said planning, there are two aspects to planning. One is, the city level planning, that we have said should go to the BBMP. But planning in the larger cell, metropolitan planning, has to be done by a separate body called the Metropolitan Planning Committee, which is also mandated by the Constitution. The 74th Amendment to the Constitution requires that every metropolitan city in the country with a population of more than 1 million should set up a Metropolitan Planning Committee. That committee should really prepare the metropolitan development plan for the whole metropolitan region. So, here we have said, Bangalore, since it is expanding so fast, let us have a metropolitan regional perspective. So, the entire metropolitan region, we have suggested, should have one metropolitan planning committee or council, which will deal with the whole metropolitan development plan, the macro level planning, and that will be able to coordinate all the agencies. The broader spatial planning, development planning coordination will be done by the MPC. And the city level activities, the focus will be with the BBMP, including water supply, distribution. So, this is the broad arrangement.
Broad
And as part of governance, we have also said, for instance, transparency and accountability, especially in relation to even procurement, carrying out of works, etc. That it should all be open. People should be able to access information. Even the the civic bodies on their own should have either citizen charters or give out the information about their activities, the projects, the investment levels, and authorities in each organization to be held accountable for the functions they perform. This is broadly the outline of